beauties, how are you today? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to the fam. My name is Ina Pandora. Today, guys, I'm bringing you something new. I am so excited to announce that every Thursday I'm gonna bring you nail and makeup a matchup with one and only very talented Michelle Soto, Shelly Nails. I'll leave her Instagram handle over here. Make sure to go show her some love. Basically, she's surprising me with a nail design to which I follow up with a makeup inspired tutorial. A little teaser for the next Thursday is going to be a neon theme, so make sure to click that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified when I'm gonna upload next. Without rambling too much, let's get into it. To prepare my skin, I'm going to start with BeautyCounter Counter Plus Vitamin C Serum. I love how this is so lightweight and calms my redness, plus it's perfect for my oily skin. To moisturize my face, I'm going to be using Creaseless from Osmotics. I've been loving this cream and moisturizer to using it before my makeup. It does help with the wrinkles and the texture on the face. So remember, preparing your skin before applying your makeup is super important because that will make a huge difference on how your makeup is going to look like afterwards. For my eyes, I'm going to be using Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Concentrate. I do love that applicator that it massages and depuffs the under eye area. The eye area is as important as the rest of your face. I'm always taking my time with it too. To prime my face today, I'm using Dr. Brandt Pores No More. I do love this primer to smooth out the skin, especially in the nose area. I have a lot of scarring, so that helps out smooth it all out and make it look flawless. If you are in the market for a pore minimizing primer, this one is way to go. Yes, it's a little on a pricier side, but it's definitely my #1 favorite. As I am oily, I do like to powder my face with a translucent powder. However, if you have dry skin, stay away from this step. Then I'm setting everything with a setting spray. Now this is an extra step for oily skin to make sure that the makeup lasts longer. For the brows today, I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Ash Brown Brow Pomade. Now this step is pretty self-explanatory. There's no science behind it, so I will speed it up so you can see what I'm doing without boring you out. To prime my eyes today, I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. I do love this one because it has a texture and a color, and it neutralizes any discoloration or any pigmentation I have on my eyes. As a result, it creates that blank canvas that we can start working on. For the eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using Sigma Warm Neutrals. With the blending brush, I am going to apply the shade on the outer corner of the eyes and slowly blend it inwards into inner corner of the eye. Since this color is a transition color, I'm not worried to making it too perfect. Now I'm going to intensify it with After Hour color, and I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm applying the main pigment in the outer corner of the eye, and then whatever it's left on the brush, I'm going to drag it into inner corner. Then blend it really well with a white chalk kind of motion to make sure that we have the color all evenly all over the eye socket and crease. With the L'Oreal Infallible, the Blackest Black Eye Gel, I do love creating the tiny lines with the disposable eyeliner applicators. They're pretty affordable on Amazon, and they do create those lines so thin and nice. Now I'm painting the line on my eye crease, hugging my eye shape, and making sure it's not overlapping with my eyelid. Now with the NYX Glitter Primer and the BH Glitters in the shade Smockey Gold, this glitter is so beautiful. I'm creating a parallel line to the black liner that we did earlier. Of course, first I'm going to apply the glue, and then with the same disposable applicator, the eyeliner applicator, I am going to apply little by little the glitter on top of it. The next, I'm going to be creating the little baby wing. Now, I don't want to go too dramatic with it. I just wanted to complement the art that we already created. To glue the rhinestones, I'm going to be using this Lash Glue. I've been having it for a while and I really like it. Plus, it dries out clear. It is really easy to remove. The process of gluing the rhinestones is pretty self-explanatory, but if you guys want to get yourself some of these, they're pretty affordable on Amazon. I'll make sure to leave all the links in the description box if you want or need any of them. For the mascara today, I'm going to be using the Stila Huge. It's my all-time mascara for like voluminous lashes or that coat what I want my lashes to be super black. The next step is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just creating that line. It's sort of like a cut crease, but not really, just that line along the crease of my eye. I did apply the NYX glitter primer first, and then I'm just topping it off with the glitter. Seriously, this glitter from BH Cosmetics is breathtaking. Oh my god, so beautiful. Then I decided to add some rhinestones underneath the eyeliner. I am doing it one at a time, adding a little glue, then adding the rhinestone. I don't know, makes it a little more effective. And then I'm gonna connecting it with the black liner and the glitter liner to create that illusion of a wing. For the lashes today, I'm using Lilly Lashes San Diego. To apply my foundation today, I'm using the Blend Smart face rotating brush. As you know, I've been obsessed with this system for a long time, and the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. To contour my face, I'm using Anastasia Stick Foundation in the shade Earth. Today I'm going to be a little more heavier than usual. I'm going to be contouring my nose and face and chin and all that jazz. And then I'm gonna let my Blend Smart brush do the blending for me. To conceal today, I'm using Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade 110, and I'm gonna blend it all out with a eyeshadow blending blush. And with the Anastasia Translucent Loose Powder, I'm going to set everything in place. Now, setting with powder is really important because then your concealer is not going to crease and your foundation is not going to move. Now, if you have a dry skin, I would strongly recommend it to follow up with a hydrating setting spray. For the blush, I'm using my all-time favorite Sigma palette, and specifically the shade Corde Rosa. Can you tell this is my favorite shade as we are hitting pan on it? For the highlighter, I'm using Milani Strobe Light Afterglow. This shade had me singing La La Hey all day. It's so pretty. Next, we're gonna add Toasty in the under eye. For the waterline, I'm going to be using BH Cosmetics Power Pencils in the shade Beige. These pencils are absolutely amazing. They're so soft and so pigmented. But also, can you see a difference with and without it? Of course, a little bit of mascara. And more rhinestones. Now these ones I got at the dollar store. You can get them anywhere, even Michael's or online. Gluing the rhinestones on the face is pretty self-explanatory, so I will speed it up so you guys can see how I did the design. But all I did, the ones that were self-gluable, I just glued them on, and the rest I glued them with the eyelash glue. For the lipstick, I'm using Sigma Behold Soft Antique Pink Liquid Lipstick, lining my lips with the glitter glue, and then applying the holographic chunky glitter on top of it.
And this completes this beautiful look. So don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified when I'm gonna upload next. Don't forget, next week is going to be neon theme. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.